And we are back, and it is the first of the judgment days in the Women's Euros. It is match day 10, and Group A today has its final group games. After what was another really good night of women's football, I'm actually going to jump straight into the results because I kind of owe a bit of an apology to Belgium. I went for 7-0 to France, and obviously it was only 2-1 in the end. Firstly, we'll just mention that, yes, I managed to get the Italy-Iceland score correct, which is fantastic. It means that both of my correct scores so far in the Women's Euros have both been draws. So, very happy with that. 3 points for that. And it was a fair result from what I saw of that game. Very even. Both sides had chances to win it. And 1-1 did end up being the fair result. But, as for that other game, France and Belgium, look, let's not get it twisted. France definitely had chances to score more goals. It probably could have been 4 or 5 if it wasn't for the Belgian goalkeeper, who I did mention about how well she played against Iceland. So fair play to her once again. But Belgium with a snatch and grab equaliser, which really caught even the French out as they kind of relaxed on their 1-goal lead. It was evident, though, that obviously France scored their opener 6 minutes into the game and then went 2-1 ahead 4 minutes after Belgium did get their equaliser. So it did kind of seem like France could try and score whenever they wanted. They just wanted to sort of hold it back in this one, probably saving their energy for the latter rounds of the tournament. But again, I have to say fair play to Belgium. They put up a heck of a fight. Didn't really create enough chances to cause an upset, but they did really well. And then finally, I do feel like I have to talk about that penalty because it has caused a lot of controversy online around VAR and the handball laws once again. For me, it's one of those ones where if it was my team trying to score, I would be fuming if it wasn't given. And if it was my team trying to defend, I'd be fuming that it was given. From my sort of perspective, it's that unnatural movement. She has her hand behind her back and then it sort of just comes out towards the ball as the shot comes in. So it probably just about is a penalty. It's just incredibly harsh that under the rules that is a yellow card, which was then a second yellow card, meaning that her her Euros is now over because she can't play in the final group game. So really harsh, but yet again, the Belgian goalkeeper saved the penalty as well, and then Reinhard missed an open goal on the rebound. So, all in all, 2-1 to France in the end. So, fair play to Belgium for keeping it that after I very disrespectfully went for 7-0 to France. Meaning that the matchday score comes out at 4, which brings the tournament score rather nicely to 20 after the first 2 rounds of fixtures, shall we say. So, as always, let me know down in the comments how you got on, and let's look ahead to match day 10 and that first judgment day. So, we do start with Northern Ireland and England. Both these games are being played at the same time, but I'm going to start with Northern Ireland and England because it is essentially the lesser important game. England have pretty much guaranteed that they've won the group. I'm not sure if it's even possible because of head-to-heads if England can't top the group. So they come up against Northern Ireland, and I'm just going to go for 5-0. It wouldn't surprise me to see lots of changes for England, but one of the key parts of this England squad is that we are full of world-class attackers, so it doesn't really matter who plays. We should still be getting the easy win in that one there. So I'm going to go for 5-0, but to be honest, this really could be anything depending on how seriously we are taking this game. So yeah, I think that's fair enough. As for the other game, this is the real decider of the group. It is Austria and Norway. Both teams on 3 points after their respective wins over Northern Ireland and their respective defeats against England. For Norway, it has to be a win. For Austria, a draw will be enough because of the ridiculous goal difference. Norway are now down following the 8-0 against England. And it's going to be really tough. I've spoke already in the last video about Austria that they are very well defensively organised. They didn't concede against Northern Ireland. They did really well to restrict England to just 1 in their game against us. So it is so tough. And Norway obviously need to pick themselves up after the 8-0. I just think that with their quality, that Norway should get the job done. I'm going to go for 2-1. I can see this potentially being only even a 1-0 for Norway, but I still think Austria score as well. Norway are going to be so nervous defensively after the 8-0, and it is a great opportunity for Austria to get into the quarterfinals. I think it's going to be a very, very tight game, a very good one to watch. And yeah, I'm just edging it in Norway's favour because at the end of the day, they are a higher quality team than Austria. And that'll be it for today. As always, please let me know down in the comments what you think is going to happen today. And if you enjoy the content around here, please do the usuals, like, share, subscribe and ring that bell. And I will see you in a couple of hours for my post-match reaction to Manchester United against Melbourne Victory. I'll see you then. Thank you very much for watching.